ICA Award for Collaboration and Cooperation celebrates significant collaboration that crosses different institutions, professions, sectors, regions, and which has demonstrated a positive impact on digital preservation. It is given to the group, movement, partnership, or initiative that the judges believe has made a greater positive impact on digital preservation through shared goals, a unified vision, and working together effectively. This year, our finalists are all dedicated individuals who have gone above and beyond to collaborate in support of three important digital preservation causes around the world. Thanks to their tremendous efforts, some unique collections will be preserved, and our community's important work in digital preservation will continue to be supported and promoted.
Titled Collaborative Models of Care, this project was designed to provide non-First Nations digital preservation professionals, such as myself, with a best practice blueprint for working with Australian First Nations communities to preserve their digital cultural heritage. The trip we undertook as part of this project was designed as a pilot for future iterations. Digital cultural assets are often overlooked when people think about Australian First Nations cultural materials, making them a highly vulnerable form of cultural heritage. For this pilot trip, we worked with two art centres, Bulla Bulla and Anandiliaqua Art Centre. Here is Mel talking about the importance of this work at Bulla Bulla.
Hi, my name is Mel and I'm the Executive Director here at Bulla Bulla Arts, and we're located in Ramingining in Arnhem Land. And I just wanted to express how grateful we are for Beck's help in digitalising all of our old images, history, and life and Yolngu life. It's such a meaningful thing for this town and for Yolngu to see photos of how life used to be, to see photos of people that they love, to connect with old stories and to be part of looking at the history that's built this community, to look back to see where they are today.
It was really important to us that this project was First Nations led. And to assist with this, my First Nations colleague, Kobe Edgar, came onto the project as a cultural conduit, there to ensure that I was cognizant of cultural protocols and to guide me through my time in community. As the archive was being digitised, we also worked with Art Centre staff to implement a number of policies and procedures around digital asset management, including in relation to storage and enrichment of metadata by the community over time. We also worked with staff and volunteers at both art centres to undertake DPC RAM assessments, introducing the community to digital preservation principles in a collaborative manner while highlighting the progress we had made collectively towards improving their digital preservation maturity. Following a process of review and refinement in consultation with representatives from both art centres, we have already begun the process of using the pilot to plan future iterations of this project. We believe a collaborative First Nations-led model for digital preservation such as this is the most sustainable and respectful method for everyone moving forward.
Hi everyone, we are so excited as Kipakenge for the reimagining digital preservation of Indigenous knowledge for the future generation. Kipakenge is the philosophy of KO, which means coming together to foster a community of partners that recognizes and empowers Indigenous knowledge holders, clans, the elders, community champions, the youth, and also professionals. It also aims to foster strategic partnerships at local and global level to come together to preserve our local and Indigenous knowledge in development. Our initiatives include digital preservation of our Indigenous knowledge. It started with forming communities of practice, which is the community of partners involving professionals and community elders from Kenya, Benin, Nigeria, and also USA. It went further in terms of walking the talk on decolonization of knowledge, following the initiatives of the KM for Dev on decolonizing knowledge and being proud and loud of your own knowledge from your own community. And what can you do as an individual to digitally preserve the indigenous knowledge and also push the agenda in the international development? We started mapping community archives, mushams, and indigenous knowledge holders across various villages, and this includes the Keyo Musham and also the Fila archives and digital preservation in Chepkong'ony village. We also implemented the Digital Preservation Coalition model, which we used focusing on the organizational capabilities of these community elders. Our aim was to save our own indigenous knowledge, especially the tacit indigenous knowledge. And this came as a result of the awakening call that last year was shared during the panel discussion at IPRESS conference in 2023 at University of Illinois. And we came back home, we learned about how to use the DPC model, and we started implementing it through the capacity building of our own indigenous knowledge and also mentoring young generation. The outcomes of this initiative includes the adoption of the indigenous model, the DPC model in digital preservation. We also created the metadata standards for the clan, family, and indigenous knowledge holders, classification of the indigenous trees, legal registration of the Fila archives and indigenous preservation, and finally partnership with various universities in US, which includes Illinois, University of Illinois, Masai Mara, University in Kenya, and University of Mikaduri in Nigeria.
We are Elizabeth England and Lauren Work, representing the 2021 NDSA Staffing Survey Working Group. Digital preservation is people. The NDSA Staffing Survey Working Group demonstrates this principle via our collaborative work on the 2021 Staffing Survey, which aimed to redevelop the survey to reflect shifts in the field and practitioner concerns about digital preservation staffing by collecting and analyzing new data. Previous NDSA staffing surveys, conducted in 2012 and 2017, established the first longitudinal dataset on digital preservation staffing. In 2021, a third cooperative group formed from a variety of organizations and position types. Over the course of a year and a half, the all-volunteer group collaborated to conduct a new global staffing survey. While the 2021 survey was based on the past staffing surveys, the group spent several months reviewing research, building consensus, and considering how a survey redesign would best benefit the digital preservation community. Some of our key research questions included who is doing digital preservation and how are they supported at their organizations. To address this, we shifted the survey's focus from how organizations were staffed for digital preservation to how individuals perceive their organization's staffing.
After the survey's close, the group cooperated to align data analysis and report writing. Through the 269 survey responses, clear trends in the data emerged. Significant findings included that respondents tended to feel positively that digital preservation was a high priority at their organization, yet 70% indicated their organization does not have the staffing needed. These findings provide evidence for what previously had been underdocumented concerns about staffing and set a baseline against which practitioners can benchmark their digital preservation programs. Producing a freely available report on the current state of staffing was a primary objective of this initiative, yet the community impact has been wide-ranging, including designing and openly sharing a new NDSA methodology for conducting collaborative surveys, contributing to program and individual practitioner development, including helping form departments and serving as a key advocacy tool for practitioners, serving as a resource for continuing education and training curriculums, and finally, supporting the development of new research projects through citable findings, including grant-funded reports and peer-reviewed papers. Ongoing impacts also include future survey work hiring and programmatic developments, and a growing digital preservation dataset.